maybe 2012, 2008, I'm not sure. I guess 2012. Would that be right? 2022, 2018, 2014. Would have been the 2014 World Cup. I have no idea, guys. We'll find out when we open it up. Anyway, this is the complete guide to the World Cup. And we have a black coffee on the go. We're not going to read every page, and I'm just going to flick through it. I also have a Twix here, which I'll be opening in a minute or two. So yeah, on the front here we have a very young Wayne Rooney, a fairly young Neymar, and a Ronaldo. This would have been a World Cup without Argentina, I'm guessing, if Messi's on the front. Inside we have a picture of Ronaldo and one of Neymar. Well, like a drawing of the two of them. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. Neymar's just never lived up to it for my in my head rather. Get there in the end. And his PSG lost last night to Real Madrid away, 3-1. When you have Neymar, Messi and Mbappe in your team and you lose 3-1 away, things are not good. To an ageing Real Madrid side as well. I mean, the Madrid midfield had Modric now is 36 years old. Here we have one of the most famous number 9s in the world. In the last like 30 years or so. The original Ronaldo. And this is basically saying how many goals he scored in the World Cups. He says everyone is invited to enjoy the tournament except for Miroslav Klose. Everyone remember Miroslav Klose? I think he's still the record World Cup goal scorer. I know he beat Ronaldo's record at one point anyway. Here we go, got some facts about the World Cup. This was the 20th World Cup. The fact that I still don't know which World Cup it was is a bit worrying. Let's try and find out. Okay. We've got WE's there. I'm going to guess this was the 2014 World Cup. That is my best guess. At this World Cup, or going into this World Cup, 11 was the most red cards for any country over the course of the history of the World Cup, and that is for Brazil. Players sent off the most times, 2 times for Rigobert Song in 94 and 98. Zidane in 98 and 06. Brazil had 67 wins during World Cups going into this tournament, and Mexico had 22 defeats, the most in the history. Cafu had the most World Cup wins as a player, with 16. Ronaldo was the all-time top scorer. I think Klose may have beaten his record during this tournament, Brazil as the all-time top scoring nation. Even this was the World Cup that was held in Brazil then, by the looks of it. The youngest player to play a World Cup was Norman Whiteside, 17 years and 41 days. The oldest player, Roger Miller for Cameroon, 42 years and 39 days. We've had some big World Cup wins in the past. Not for quite a while, mate. Well, then again, Germany did batter Brazil, didn't they? 7-1, I think it was, during this tournament, or 6-1. Hungary beat Salvador 10-1. Hungary beat South Korea 9-0, and Yugoslavia beat Zaire 9-0. Yeah, so that is confirmed it this is for the World Cup 2014. Got there in the end, and it was held in Brazil. And it's just all about the kit that players were wearing, i.e. the different types of boot, what the shirts were made out of. Lots of unimportant stuff, really. Here we have some young players that were making their World Cup debuts. It's crazy to think what some of these players have gone on to do since then. On the far left here, we have Jackson Martinez. Now I remember when he signed for Atletico Madrid, and there was a lot expected of him. And I'm sure he went to Atletico, and he really struggled. Then he went from Porto, I'm pretty sure he did. We have a young Eden Hazard. William Carvalho, who at this point was heavily linked with a move to Man United. For a fee in the region of €30 million. That was still a lot of money back then in 2014. Alexander Kokorin, I remember the name, I couldn't tell you what he's doing right now of his career. Paul Pogba, this would be when he was at Juve still. And then Mateo Kovacic, currently at Chelsea, but at this point he was playing with Dynamo Zagreb by the looks of it. I don't think he'd made his move to Italy. It's all about the different formations that different countries may use. Then we have some England kit that you could buy as a fan. Which is basically like free, like cheap advertising. This is. Now we're on to Group A. This will be like the preview section of the different groups. And we have in this group, let me mute my phone a moment. We have Brazil, Croatia, Mexico and Cameroon. Now I have no idea at all who got through. I just say Brazil and Croatia. The manager during this World Cup for Brazil was Luis Felipe Scolari. I think this is his second spell in charge. He had been there previously. It was a team that had David Luiz, Neymar, Thiago Silva when he was a lot younger, 8 years younger to be precise. Mexico had Oribe Peralta as a young player, also Chiquito, Javier Hernandez of United. He signed for United after his World Cup, I believe, or maybe he was already a United player. I can't remember now. Giovanni dos Santos. I remember health was expected of Dos Santos, and he just never really got going. At Tottenham, we have Croatia, a young, what's his name? One of the top scorers in bloody Europe for a lot of years. Boca, played for Juve, Bayern, etc., etc. I'm gonna kick myself. We have a young Luka Modric here, looking very young there. I'm trying to not Milinkovic or what the hell's his name now? Somebody help me out. Mandzukic, my bad. There you go. They also had Ivan Rakitic when he was a bit younger in their team, and veteran Truluka, who played for years and years for Croatia. Mateo Kovacic as well. It was a useful team. Croatia's side was. I'm not sure these days how great they are, but at one point they were really, really good. Cameroon over here with Samuel Eto'o in the main picture there. It's a shame when certain players just never get the chance. Like in a really good national teams, Eto'o was fantastic. Just never got the chance. Obviously, whilst playing for Cameroon to show what he could really do. They had Charles Itangi, who's the keeper here. And he was saying that his career was heading into obscurity when he then became one of Cameroon's best performers, including a goalless draw away at Tunisia. And he's a former Liverpool player. I didn't know that. The name sort of stands out in my head, but I wouldn't be able to say who he played for. Group B had Spain, Holland, Chile and Australia. Now that is a fun group. The mighty football nations that are Spain and Holland. Throw in Chile with one or two of their past stars. And Australia are always up for the odd upset or two.